Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 4x4 test tent with another unboxing video. It's been a crazy week. Had some emergency family stuff to take care of, so I had trouble making videos. Then I went to a Mariners game, which was really fun, and except they lost, but hey, that's just part of being a Mariners fan. But yeah, let's get down to business. Give this a thumbs up because that helps me out a bunch. And what we've got here is a box from Koray LED. They have sent us lights in the past, and this is a new updated board style grow light that they want tested in a 4x4 tent. They've basically taken the diodes and spread them out, and so we're going to see how their coverage is now versus their other light, which you can see the video of previously if you'd like to check that one out. So let's go ahead and bust open this box here. Alright, there we are. So that's everything out of the box. We'll take a closer look at that. We've got the meters here as well. The watt meter, the meter. We got baby katana, the spectrometer par meter, and then also the heat meter thermal imager. So let's take a closer look at the light and the accessories. Alright, so this light is pretty big, and you can see it's got very spaced out diodes over here. We'll take a look at that in a second, but let's take a look at the stuff that comes with it. They got two thank you cards because they want to thank you twice. Not just once, but twice. Double thank yous. Appreciated. And then the daisy chain cord. These are daisy chainable. Then we got the standard, you know, the wire hanging kit. Pretty standard on that. We got rope ratchets. Let's see, gears. Oh, metal gears. I see metal gears in there. So metal gear rope ratchets, that's good. And it looks like we've got a manual to take a look at. Is this a fold out? Oh yeah, there we go. So here's info. We've got Samsung and Osram LEDs, Meanwell driver, dimmable. There's their different models that they carry. This is the 4000. There's info about the dimmer daisy chain box. Also on the back. Let's see, what do we got? Warning, safety, general care, warranty. Here we go. There's also grow tips on there. Light can be returned or replaced within 30 days, 90 days, all free warranty, free components, free repairs, 3 months up to 3 months after delivery. 3 years of free components. You have to pay one-way freight from 3 months to a year. And then you have to pay both ways and repair fees. So basically a 1-year warranty, I mean, for the most part, because it's pretty expensive to ship these. So yeah, basically a 1-year warranty if you want to pay the one-way freight after that first 3 months. But honestly, I mean, you've got Samsung diodes and Osram, you've got Meanwell drivers, so you've got really good components. You shouldn't have any issues. And generally with electronics, if you are going to have issues, they're going to be in that 90-day period or way down the line when they start wearing out. So it's not as bad as it sounds, but it could be better. There's a lot of companies that are doing that now, and I definitely think it could be better. But let's take a look at the board here. This thing's freaking huge and heavy. It's got quite the amount of metal slab to it. You got 2 drivers on the back. Let me flip it over here so you can take a look at the driver. That's the driver it comes with, 2 of them. Man, this thing is heavy. Wow. That is nuts. So you can see how thick the metal is here. This is actually one of the thicker ones that I've had. It kind of compares to like the Bloom Plus had really thick on it as well. Let's take a look at the diodes. Look at how they've got them stacked in the corners and then spread out in the middle. So they're hoping to get a little bit more coverage to properly cover a 4x4 with this size of light, as well as helping to eliminate the hot spots that are generally in the middle of a light this size. These board style lights tend to be very, very hot. As far as hot, I mean lighting wise. It also could be a little bit of heat too, but generally LEDs don't throw heat like HPS do. So by hot, I mean just a lot of par. So generally you have a huge hot spot in the middle, and then it just kind of goes out from there and drops off. So they're trying to eliminate that by putting basically 4 hot spots instead of just 1, and we'll see how it works. I mean, it's a good idea. I've seen other companies do it, this is the first, I think this is the first larger board that I've had that's done it. The other one that really did it a lot was the Spider Farmer, the bar style Spider Farmer, not the regular one. But I heard they're doing it now too, so maybe they'll send me another one. But this is what we're looking at today, and their other light was pretty nice. This one, I really like the spacing on it, so let's go ahead and let's get this hooked up, and we'll see what kind of par it pushes, and we'll take it from there. Alright guys, we're back, and we've got it all hooked up. Super easy, just the standard hanging kit, rope ratchets. Works like a charm. Looking good. Let's take a look at the bottom of the light here. It's a good looking light. Look at that spread. That looks really cool with the LEDs spread out like that. That is awesome. And look at how much red. There's a lot of red in this light. I think we're going to see quite a bit of red on the spectral test. That's awesome. You can see just really bunched up at the corners. I think I see a infrared right there. No UV. There's another infrared. Looks like 1 infrared per board. Yep, another one there and another one there. So you got 1 per board. And then the dimmer kind of confused me a little bit. If you use this switch on the front to turn it off and on, it turns it to full blast or off. There's a little switch on the back side here that you have to hit, and that is actually the switch that turns the dimmer on and off. So just remember that. Don't mess with the front one unless you're, I think that's for the daisy chaining and stuff. Mess with the back one, so then you can properly dim it. Good look at the drivers there, everything hooked up. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I dig it. It's a good looking light, that is for sure. So you can see the 4-corner par reading right now. We're looking at what, like 53 watts at the very minimum rating here, or the minimum dimmer level. We are at 25 inches as usual. That's to account for 1-inch height on the sensors, so it's a 24-inch canopy level is what we're testing at. So let's go ahead and let's crank it up and see if we can find where we would be at for clones and seedlings. I like the corners to about 120, 115. It's going to be about as good as we're going to get, because it's going to make it pretty hot in the middle, I think. I mean, they're trying not to make it hot in the middle, but it still is going to be somewhat hotter in the middle, just because the center is still closer to every diode than the corners are. So you can see there, 250 in the middle, 117 on the edges. That would be fine for cloning and seedlings. Not a problem there. So that's at what do we have? 40%. 40% for clones and seedlings. If you want to cover the entire space. Obviously, if you just wanted to do like right here, you could do a little less. Let's take it up to veg. About 350 or so in the corners. Try and hit. Oh, went a little bit far. All right, let's go right there, I think. So that's going to be for veg, just a little bit above 80%. And our middle reading goes up to 723. Okay, so that's well into flowering there. So basically, I mean, this light's going to struggle a little bit with covering a 4x4 completely, just as I kind of suspected that it would. Most of these board style lights like this, they work in a 4x4. You can use them in a 4x4, but they are not going to give you the wall-to-wall coverage that that some of these companies claim. It's just not going to. It works well enough for a 4x4 for most people, but for someone like me, I want to see 600 plus in that corner. Like, that's what I want to see, and we're not going to make it there because we're already at 83%. So yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll bring it up all the way, max brightness. And you can see our center reading now is 845, which is great. Even 700 was great, really, really great. But the edges, we're looking around 400 on the corners, which is not really ideal for flowering. Let's take a look at an edge here. Yeah, it only goes up to 480 on the side. And that is the long side of the light, because the light's a little bit longer this way than it is this way. So this is giving it the ultimate benefit of the doubt. But yeah, in the center there, it's nice and bright, that's for sure. Even if you go out to, like, I told them I thought this was a 3x3 light, and I wanted to test it in a 3x3. That's what I wanted to do. But they insisted on me testing it in a 4x4 because they said that the spread would help, which I'm sure it does, but it's just not enough. See, there we're at 600, and that's about where the 3-foot mark would be. You can see we're about a foot in. That's where about a 3x3 would be. So this thing's gonna rock a 3x3, just like I thought. It's gonna just absolutely crush in a 3x3, or it would be really good for a budget 4x4 grow. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a budget 4x4 light because it does not flower all the way into the corners. So we're just gonna call it a budget 4x4. So that's what we're looking at. It's a great looking light though, man. It's got great components. It's good shit. It just, to me, this is a 3x3 light. And as a 3x3 light, this thing would crush. Absolutely crush. No doubt in my mind that this would just hammer it. Hell yeah. So let's bust out the spectrometer here. Let me get that out. Get it out of the box, fire it up, and we'll see what we're getting for spectrum. I suspect it's going to be very red. And holy crap, is it red. Wow, dude, look at that. That is a red spike. Whoa, dude. That's all these 660s. This does have a lot of red. This is going to be an excellent flower light, for real. Man, that is a shit ton of red. Look at that. So we're at 966 ppfd, because this meter's a little taller, that's why it reads higher. But we're looking at 500 worth of red, 127 blue, 31 of far red, which is really good. A little bit of infrared, you can see the infrared there. And then total 966. That's killing it, man. Definitely killing it on the spectrum, that's for sure. That is awesome. So now we just go ahead and let it warm up. Had it on for a bit here. Yeah, it's definitely starting to warm up. But we're gonna let this warm up for about an hour or so. test it and see what kind of readings we can get. We do have a sticker over here, so we should be able to get an accurate reading off of that, as well as likely on the drivers, a pretty accurate reading. This type of kind of almost matte shiny finish metal is a little bit harder to read. That's why the sticker, it's nice to have the sticker there. That'll be a little bit more accurate. But yeah, let's let it warm up, and don't forget to check out the giveaway, like a couple videos back. That's still going until the 10th of this month, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, let's hook it up. Alright, we are back, and we've let this heat up for about an hour or so. Let's take a look and see what we see on the heat here. And wow, that's a really crazy heat map. It's cool in the middle and hot on the corners. I mean, that makes sense. That's where the diodes are. But isn't that just a crazy looking heat map? Just a big green circle in the middle. Nuts. So let's see what the reading here on the outside is. Looking about 136 to 138 over here in the corner where the diodes are bunched together. 93 on the box, and then 148, 150 on the driver. Driver's running pretty hot. Let's check the other one here. Yeah, they're pushing these drivers pretty hard. 150. That reads 128 without a sticker. But you can see it's definitely concentrating that heat on the edges there. Definitely concentrating the heat towards the edges. There is a little bit of a gap underneath the drivers there, just a little bit. So yeah, that's where we're looking at for heat. Pretty standard, but it does run a little bit hot. But all in all, I mean, it's a pretty decent light. It's very high quality as far as the parts and components. The thick slab of aluminum that it's all bolted to. Everything's really nice. It's got the waterproof housing on all the connections. It's good. It just doesn't quite do a 4x4 as nice as I would want it to. I would consider this an excellent 3x3 light. But for a 4x4 light, it wouldn't be my first choice. But everything that would be my first choice is a lot more money. So, I mean, ultimately it comes down to the funds that you have and what you can afford. So, this will do a 4x4. It just may not hit all the corners as well as you would like. And that might be something, maybe you could add some supplemental bars later on, or just upgrade the light completely after a few rounds. But if you put this in a 3x3, this is going to blow the doors off a 3x3, and you're going to have ultimate control of the PPFD on the canopy, because you're going to be able to crank it well past probably what you can handle. I would guess this thing would probably hit 1200 in a 3x3. So, hell yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like these reviews. And go ahead and leave a positive comment below if you'd like. And if you want more info on this light or how to get one, they do have a big sale going right now, plus the discount code below. So go ahead and check that out. But until next time, guys, happy growing.